I promise I would, and here I am. I'm gonna make sure that I can keep talking about Tokyo Ghouls right now. And like from what I've been hearing from like episode one, this is just a little recap for like episode one and all that people were complaining that the episode was like way too fast paced and like it was like, oh, they did 5 chapters, which I did read the first chapter straight after watching the anime because that's how much I loved it. I really wanted to see the first chapter, see what it was like compared to the manga, like to the anime, and it was like it was fine. Yeah, they did end like there's a lot more chapters went in there, but if that's the pacing they got to do to keep up the quality, then I'm kind of fine. I mean, they did the kind of same thing in another series that I love, fucking Magi, which is fucking ridiculous amount of like pacing issues and that. But hopefully they don't do that with Ghoul. Hopefully that was just made for the first chapter. But it's like, I mean, if that really keeps up, it's like you have to give every episode like 10s and 9s and 8s and fuck it, go with it, go with it. Like, talk about episode 2. Definitely as well. I loved the first episode that was like 9 to 10 material. I loved this one as well. This is a pretty good one. And it was like, one thing that we find out after, like, you know, Kaneki had a little bit of like freaking meat from the sounds of it. And he's like freaking trying to cough out, say, why you give me that shit? Things like when the old man intervened with both Toka, seems like as both of them are ghouls, that the only thing that ghouls can have, this is the only exception from the ghouls, is that they can have coffee. And I was thinking like, oh well, they're now gonna like he's now just gonna eat coffee beans now. He's now gonna just have that, which technically I could that work? Like, or was it just coffee as like a drink? I'm not too sure. I think you find a little bit of a loophole in that. But the Toka and old man find out that he's actually a half-breed, and they don't believe that because they say, like, he's there, well, I don't want to be human. And he was even saying, you know, this thing sucks and all that. And it's like, from what we know so far of Toka, that she's been a ghoul for the entirety of her life. She's saying, you're telling me my entire life from this point on has just been nothing but a waste of time with that. And it's, I don't blame Toka to being like that, but it's like Kaneki has literally been a ghoul for like not even a day yet. So yeah, you got to give the guy, some, you know, kind of he's got to deal with the situation, and it's like I like which Ghoul's doing. I just, like they keep having this internal struggle within Kaneki with this hunger because they're saying like she was Toga saying like let's just see how long you deal with that. They left him a package of like meat and all that to eat just in case the other gets hungry, and it's just like he's dealing with it. I love as well that Rise is still in the story because I thought she would have been an interesting character to stay, and she's inside of Kaneki. Things like, or it's like this is a delusion in his mind, and she just keeps tempting him, like saying, "Oh, just eat the meat." It's like, why do you think I was a binge eater? Like, just do all this shit, and it's like it's so good. You put stakes to fail and all that. And it's like, not to mention when he meets his friend Hide as well, he's like making sure he hides the eye because he can't control his eyes. Like he needs to control it. Luckily, it's only in the one eye, so he has that as an eye patch, and he's just there, and it's like he's trying to deal with it, and then he meets the ghoul from yesterday, Nisha, who was banging a chick literally as he like freaking leaves, and it's like what the fuck. And the thing is that Nisha is so blended in with human society that he's actually able to eat like takoyaki. He just adds it, and he's just saying, "Like killing that shit tasted like crap," and he actually even like fucking like ripped that out of his throat because it was that disgusting to like taste and all that. That's just how willing he's going to blend his society. And he attacked Hide, and he's tempted to say, "Oh, you want to eat your friend? You want to do this?" When Kaneki loses it, when he's at that point of hunger, when he's getting attacked, he doesn't give a fuck like anymore, and he just like activated those ghoul powers, which looks so much like the stuff from Dead Man Wonderland. Like I really want to know more about these powers, how the ghoul powers work and stuff, because that looks so awesome. Especially you see like he uses Rize and he just keeps stabbing him like in the chest knot. You see like half his face as well, like sliced up. Like obviously they've done some censoring as well. I guess that's the issue with this episode, that they did do it censoring. Obviously I was expecting that though, since this is the TV version, so maybe in the Blu-rays maybe they might change it, maybe it might be more gory, but definitely about the whole color thing, I felt that we should have kept the same thing and maybe darken it a bit up, but it's like, I don't know, that kind of took me out. It looked really pretty to look at, but it's like, I want to see these guys getting fucked up right now. Full blood, full gore and everything, and it's like, Neki's there, nearly gonna eat his friend, and it's like, what the fuck is going on? He's there, like, drooling, just thinking about it, but then he's trying to stop himself again, he's headbutting a card. It's like, that's one thing I'm loving about this series. As I said before, that internal struggle with him and Rise just teasing him, keep going on, and he's like losing his mind. He was now about to eat it. If Toka, yet again, didn't say that. It's like, Toka literally uses her power and they go at it, and when he wakes up, it seems like he's had another bit of meat. They force him. So one thing is like maybe we might see at the end of the anime that he might actually have to eat something at the end because it seems like he's just forcing himself. Like he will actually have to eat a human or something. But it's like when the old man and him like talked again, say like Hide's safe, and it seems like he overheard the conversation, so he knows that his friend Kaneki's a ghoul and he's trying to deal with it. Hell, he probably thought Nishio was a ghoul as well, but that's the thing, we don't even know if Nishio's dead or not. And he was just forced to eat it again, and the guy was saying, "You can't take over." It's like you see both the worlds because he's saying, "I have no place in the world. I'm not worthy of like going anywhere," and you do have a place. You have a place in both worlds. You're special. And it's like you go and have a look at the ghoul side of things. And it's like try and see that because definitely as well you need to see like Toka's side of thing. But I need to get that as well. The opening. I heard it from last week because I had to keep listening to that bit, and then just when Kaneki keeps going yada 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 yada, that fucking thing was powerful. Hearing the actual opening with like the the visuals now looks beautiful. I love it. And it's like we got to build up for a bit for next week. And it's like the ending is still on the same band and it's fine. Like no visuals ready to. It's just artwork, which the artwork looks really nice, but the song itself is fine. But another great episode. I really enjoyed it. I guess the only issue I could really point out was the censoring. And yeah, the animation did go a little down in quality this week, I've noticed as well. But overall, this was like an 8.5 out of 10. I generally thought this was a great episode, but let me know what you think in the comment section down below. But that's all from me. I want to thank you very much for watching as always. Remember, I'll see you guys next time.